Ghostly greetings, my dudes. Ghostly greetings. Second attempt to record this. It's your boy Pruitt. Holler at me. We're going to talk about David Koepp's. Excuse me, a little bit of indigestion. I just stay chilly. It's freezing cold here, so I have entered soup mode. But David Koepp's Aurora, Illinois. Or Aurora. It takes place in the town called Aurora, Illinois. In this fun little world, the power goes out for about 2 years, I think. It starts off with this girl named Aubrey and her brother, who's a rich dude, like super like Mark Zuckerberg rich. And then we got the kitty cat. We got Sora Bear. Always a welcome addition to any YouTube video. We got, sorry, lost my train of thought. Sorry, I'm on meds for my surgery. I'm sorry, a little out of it. But, so in this book, the power is going out for a little bit. And the brother does the typical over-prepper thing, buys some land, buys a bunch of food. And he's so rich, he like hires a dentist. Like, hey, Mr. Dentist, I really like your work. Come move into my community. Hey, hairstylist. You know, like, there's a girl who does, like, gym and stuff, but he also paid for her to do hairdressing school, and the condition was, when this happened, you drove down to his spot in the desert and lived in this community, and he really over-prepped, and the sister did the opposite. She under-prepped, and it's the story, basically, about these characters and how they develop, and what they do over the course of 2 years. I really enjoyed the characters, so I'm gonna give a B to the characters. They're good, but I've only read this book like a day ago, and I'm already forgetting half their names. So that's not a good sign. The plot, the power's going out. It's a little bit of a dystopian, but like not too crazy of a dystopian. And I really like dystopian, so for the plot, I'm also gonna give it a B. The pros and cons. One of the pros I really liked about this was I absolutely hated the brother's wife. Oh my God, did I hate her. I forget her name, but and Marcus. Oh my God, did I hate those two. They go to live with this bunker, and she's like, oh, no, I'm not going to lie. The brother's not that good of a dude either. He fakes an attack on his communities, and they all listen. The brother's not a good dude either. The brother has a guy named Brady who's cool. So the characters are really what sells us. And one thing I really like, this is like survival light. Like nothing. Okay, you can come back up here. Okay, or not. You can stay down there. We're cool. We're chill. We're chill. But it's like survival light. Like they don't go through anything too hardcore. And there's like no like, it's not like The Walking Dead with Negan where everything got real intense real quick. No, the guy's like, well, looks like we're out of cell phones. Guess I'll plant a garden. And then the neighbor's like, hey, that's not a bad idea. I might need to know how to garden too. And he's like, can you show me how to garden? He's like, I really can't, but if you want to like give me some stuff and help me dig a ditch in my garden, I'll show you what I know. And then that's basically the whole little cul-de-sac. They build gardens, and nothing like super crazy happens. There's no like riots or gunfights for food and nothing like that. It's just like you or I dealing with a power outage, and they know it's finite. They know the power will come back on eventually. So it's not like the global collapse of civilization, but it is like the global collapse of civilization, civilization as we know it. And like people's like, man, I can't order for Amazon.com. I can't just go to Walmart. What's going on? What can I do? And you know, they just sort of figure it out. And one person in here, the Aubrey character, she just really takes it. She's like, thank God I hated that phone going off. And so she goes to the bookstore, buys a bunch of books, and buys like 200 things of like ramen noodles and like hot dogs. And she's just like, yep, I'm just gonna grill and fucking read until the power comes on. And I really liked it. The characters are what sell it though. Cons, it's forgettable. I don't remember many scenes from this book relatively right after reading it. I am in a bit of a reading binge right now, so a lot of stuff does jumble together. The author didn't make anything stand out as great. It was a fine read, and I really did like some of the characters. But it's like when you watch a sci-fi channel movie, you're like, oh, you remember that guy who got eaten by the shark? You remember the guy who got... Yeah, and then like 2 weeks later, you're like, Like that movie Passengers. I really liked it when I saw it. I haven't seen it since, though. That's going to be this. This is fun to read, a quick read. I read this in a day. I am at home with a gimp leg. But nothing's memorable. Nothing stands out as great. Would I recommend this to a friend? Probably not. The wife's a bitch. I'm going to say that. Dude's wife's a bitch. Overall, with a really cool take on a very light survival scenario with fun, memorable characters, I'm going to give it a B minus. Because on the other hand, we also have some bland scenes with also very unrememberable characters. Because I remember 1 or 2, 3 characters, and there's like 20 characters in this book. I'm not going to remember them all. I've forgotten half of them in a day. There's a couple I like, Brady, Aubrey, the brother whose name I've already forgotten, and they were all cool, and stuff they did really was fun. And I like some of the references that they made to like Fallout, or references I took to video games and other survival literature that I've read. But you're not going to remember about the time when you freaked out and you and your neighbors planned a garden. I mean, it was a cool take on this, because normally it's like, you know, martial damn law and dude gets shot and he hoards all the women and food, and then there's an uprising and they break out and there's rape and pillage and murder. This is a very friendly version. This honestly reminded me, and I hate to say this, and I don't mean this as offensively, but this is like a very like religious accepted like TV show. Like this is something you would watch like, oh gee golly, we're out of power. Gosh darn it again. Damn collapse global society happened. Gosh. Like, you know, like it was very cool, very calm. But it was really, you know, honestly, it was a little refreshing to hear about a dude like talking about a good bean recipe, other than like that movie I read, that book I read called Positive, where the dudes had the mark on their hand for the zombies, and that dude just like literally traded women and weapons for food and better women and better weapons. And I was like, Jesus, this guy's rape happy. This guy was very happy in general, but not about rape. Just like, la-di-da, it's the apocalypse. Everything's going so well. But a B minus. I really enjoyed it, but it's quite forgettable. And quick fun read. Quick fun read. This is the large print version, so it's thick. It's like 300 pages in the regular edition. Quick fun read. I highly recommend it. Cold storage is better. Thanks for watching. Deuces.